Bar Stool Sports.
Mark Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Hi.
Hey, Brandon.
Welcome. Shut up.
Okay.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, the daily sports show that's about sports.
Mostly?
We're brought to you by Jägermeister, as always. We got another ad for Jägermeister. We wanted to mix things up, so we're going to have Connor and Ebo fight to the death. One will be wearing a jersey that says Ice Cold Shots. One will be wearing a tattoo that says Damn That's Cold. I will give them 2 sabers, and they will go back and forth fighting until one is dead. Are you ready, boys?
Quick question. Are you potentially ad-libbing this ad?
Potentially. There's a potential for me potentially ad-libbing this ad, yes.
Okay.
Would you like to add something to the ad?
Yeah. Can we add a contingency that we don't have to fight to the death?
All right. Tickle fight between – there's a tickle fight that's about to happen. What?
Tickle fight, I'm winning every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Why? How are you winning a tickle?
Bro, you can't.
Hold on.
Dude, my Gucci Goo is way better. You can't out Gucci.
How do you know you're going to win a tickle fight with everybody?
I'm great at tickling.
You're good at –
I'll have you pissing yourself and no.
who's good at tickling? It's just it's not – is there a skill to tickling?
Yeah.
Is that how you spend 6 months getting to know a girl, then you get on the couch and says, "Oh, I'm going to tickle you," and then that's how you make your move? Is that
No. Stop. Whoa, what happened to the screen? There we go.
Well, Lucas is behind the sticks. That's what happened to the screen.
Shout out, Lucas.
We'll
Everybody shut up. So wherever you're at, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with ice-cold Jägermeister. Remember to check out Jägermeister at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister liqueur, 35% alcohol by volume. Imported by Imported by Mast Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. White Plains, New York. Hello, Connor.
Am I allowed to talk?
You are now.
All right. How's it going?
So, Mark Titus and TJ are both in San Antonio, correct?
Yep.
We got them?
With the big old women. Yeah, are they on the line?
We got them?
You see Charles Barkley last night went on stage and was like, "Yeah, you got big women." Yeah, you got big women.
There was a player from one of the teams that said, "I have not seen any of those big women," implying that he's seen a bunch of hot bitches.
I don't know. I did see the pep rally thing that Charles Barkley was doing. What the? Oh.
So that's the chair that Mark Titus will soon be sitting in?
Correct.
Why is it empty?
How am I supposed to answer that? I don't know.
Is he taking a shit?
We should call him.
What are we going to
on Zoom? Let's zoom him in.
What? I think we just did.
Well, no, we called the chair.
Oh, why did we call the chair? Hey, chair. Hey, chair. What'd you think of the Final Four games? That's just a chair.
Is that the cuck chair in the hotel room?
Was this Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Hey, Teej.
Oh, he looks terrible.
TJ and I low-key matching today.
Can I talk to you about that?
Yeah, sure.
You on the couch, you go foundational pieces and you make sure you look as good as possible. I get you on the desk. I say, "Hey, Connor, sit on the desk one day." You just wear a hoodie. You just look like some sort of
hoodies can absolutely be foundational. I think with the full fit, you'd see that this is pretty decent, but it's an all black fit because I'm already preparing for my Waffle funeral.
Yeah, so it's Waffle time in the United States of America. It is Connor in week 6 we all decided to take a team saying they will not win the national championship in basketball, and if they do, we will eat 40 waffles. I had Gonzaga, I think. I can't remember who I had. Anyway, everybody one by one fell off. TJ's team fell off. Ebo's team fell off. Cody probably didn't get to play. And then you, Connor, chose the Florida Gators.
Yeah, and Cody's in the room. Cody is an idiot, and I've said this to him off screen. I will say this to him on screen. Everybody knew that I was in the doghouse. Like, everybody knew that Florida was the hottest team in the country coming into the tournament. Everybody was telling me, "Connor, you're going to have to eat waffles. They're going to go on a run here. They have Walter Clayton Jr., magical guy. Like, this is going to happen." Cody then, who was not a part of this bet months ago,
right,
on Selection Sunday, after Florida had just won the SEC tournament, comes out and says,
"Tournament.
Hey, man, the biggest porch on the fucking dog they got a piss in the yard. Give me Florida. And he doubled down on it. He saw I was already in a tough spot, and now he's in a situation where he, for the Mark Titus show, has to possibly get tarred and feathered, which I don't know how that's going to go down. But he's just an idiot. So I had to say that. I love you, Cody, but you're an idiot.
So you're on Waffle Watch. He's on Tar and Feather Watch.
Yes. I don't know if we're doing anything for the game today, but I will be watching. I will be rooting heavily for Houston.
Everybody at Barstool will be at the DraftKings Sportsbook tonight in Wrigley.
Okay, perfect. That's a good plug.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to be there, if we were going to be here, but I'll be wherever I'll be watching. I'll be watching with extreme hatred for the Florida Gators.
So let me talk to the chair.
They will be the death of me.
Let me talk to the chair. Chair, I watched one of the better Final Four Saturdays I can ever remember.
Yes.
On Saturday. Every time somebody tweets, "This is the best Saturday ever," people would remind them 2004 when Georgia Tech won on a buzzer beater, I think, and then there were two close games in 2004, and that very well might be true. This one felt so great throughout. The Florida Auburn game, they hit the ground running, scoring so much early that it really, really kind of knocked. Usually there's this moment of rust in the Final Four. First 10 minutes, nobody can hit anything, and that didn't happen the other night. Florida is just – we'll get to Florida in a minute. But anyway, Duke Houston. Duke is the team. They are the best team in the country. They were the best team. They're the best team right now. They're the best team in America. And somehow, someway, Houston just chipped away and fought and battled and did everything like all – a lot of times you just hear preaching in basketball like you got to be tough-minded, you got to this, you got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to do all these things. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's usually teams like Duke with the most skill in the world, with all the skill that comes out, and you're just not going to beat them. And Houston did it. And I want to talk to Titus because he had some takes on Saturday night about let me see if Chair's still there. Chair. Chair looking good on this Monday morning, this championship Monday.
Yeah. What's up with Mark?
What's up with the green pillow? You think he's taking it up?
That's what I think. I don't know. I hope he's okay.
You think he's behind the curtain?
Hey!
Well, he's sitting down right now. And he's muted, so he doesn't know. He's got his denim jacket on. Did you see the guy that called out Mark?
Who?
We're gonna discuss that in a minute.
Oh, I did not see anything. Oh, no.
This is never a good sign.
Stefan. What's up,
Stefan's
Stefan?
in here. Thank you, Stefan. So as they figure that out, I'll continue to talk. I'll talk to Mark about the Final Four in a minute. I would like to announce 2 new entrants into the random bobblehead corner here.
Okay.
I can do that while we wait for Mark to get connected and unmuted. There's no way Hai-Sung Kim, Jarrell Casey, J.J. Barea, Ryan Braun – actually, I'm taking Ryan Braun out because he might have met too many people. The Polish Sausage from Milwaukee, Candice Dupree, and Cody have ever met Doug Mirabelli, former Major League catcher, and they have never met former Northwestern fullback Joe Kleinsasser.
Who? Okay.
It says Jim Kleinsasser on the bobblehead, and it says Joe Kleinsasser on the box. So I don't know which one it is. I can't remember, but he does have a ponytail.
I don't know who the fuck that is. I'll be honest. I feel like I know a good amount of ball. I have no knowledge of Jim
Kleinsasser.
It's Jim.
Yeah. Well, also he has a milk mustache.
Oh, I like that.
Got Milk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You love Got Milk. You have the posters all up in your house.
For all the people out there yearning for Lucas to ever replace TJ on the sticks, today is a good example of why that hasn't happened. He's been terrible so far.
Oh. Do we got him?
Mark Titus.
What's up, boys?
Oh,
hey, there he is. There he is.
What is going on? I'm sitting at my fucking desk in my hotel room since 9:30 waiting to come on the show, and then Lucas, his dumbass, can't send me a link, and I'm just fucking sitting there playing with my dick waiting for the show to start.
I don't know. I figured they would have tested it. Lucas just shows up at fucking 9:45. Well, thank you for being here, Lucas. Now Stefan is over Lucas's shoulder fixing everything, so we got that.
It's a pretty simple concept. I opened up my laptop. I'm sitting there. Now I'm up in TJ's room. I don't know why.
Did you see the Duke?
Oh, what's up, guys? Good to see you guys.
Did you see the Duke basketball game the other night?
I did. Oh my God, Brandon.
Yeah.
Why am I looking at Connor, Lucas?
Hey, Mark, love you.
I don't want to look at Connor.
I don't.
That's just how it has to be.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be that way. There's a better way.
I'm telling you,
There's definitely a better way.
I'm hearing it from
Mark, you sound great, pal. Oh boy.
This is crazy.
We're live on a show, guys. We got to fight through this.
I think
we should keep bringing it up the whole time. That'll work.
Well, Lucas, why didn't we fucking test it?
I mean, we only told me 5 minutes before that Mark was going to Zoom. I thought he was only Zooming tomorrow.
I'm zooming in on a podcast, Lucas. You act like I'm fucking splitting the atom here. Like, what are we doing?
You might as well be.
As someone who has zoomed into the show, it does stay locked in on one camera angle. So.
There we go. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark. You're stuck with me.
get ready to learn Connor, buddy.
All right. Yeah, Brandon. That Duke game.
Mark, I got complicated feelings. You know how we talked about how Duke is likable now and everything.
Yeah.
When Florida won and Walter Clayton won, I was looking forward to Florida and Duke in the final. I was doing hypothetical matchups. Duke was ahead 6-10 for pretty much 90% of the game. I'm already planning my Monday night. Here's what it's going to be. I kind of like the Duke team, and then all of a sudden everything goes wrong in a 2-minute span. They lose. Houston wins, and we're stuck with two very good teams. I mean, the two number one seeds to win for the national title. The game itself will be fantastic. I'm not saying that. I just had myself in a headspace where I was accepting of Duke finally for the first time being in a national title game, and they ripped it away from me, and that's a weird space to be, man.
I mean, you're right insofar as like a Duke Florida game would have been up and down and a ton of fun.
Yeah.
In Houston tonight, it's going to be gross because Houston makes every team play Houston basketball. I love Houston. I think they're awesome, and they obviously deserve to be here. And what a comeback against Duke. But yeah, I mean, I'm sort of with you that like as they were up 14 with 8 minutes left, you're fantasizing about Walter Clayton and this Florida offense against Duke's offense, and how the game would just resemble an NBA game, and there would just be shot making galore. And tonight, like, it'll be a great game. I have no idea who's going to win. It's a coin flip. But it's going to be a gross game. There's like no world where this game's in the 80s. It's going to be Houston basketball. They're going to play great fucking defense. They're going to pull Florida down into the mud, and then we're going to find out what Florida's made of when they get pulled down to the mud. And then Walter Clayton's going to probably score 40 points and save the day for Florida, and Scoop's going to have to eat 40 waffles.
Yeah.
And that's what we're in store for.
We are on Supreme Waffle Watch. Apparently, so Cody's also getting tarred and feathered, perhaps?
Yeah, have you guys looked into? I sent it to the group yesterday. Have you looked into what tarred and feathered actually entails?
I saw the picture you sent of a tarred and feathered victim. It didn't look pleasant.
It like fucks up a guy's skin for a very long time.
It's just Cody, though.
It's just Cody.
Yeah, it's not like.
How fun is that?
I'm way more worried about Connor eating 40 waffles than I am Cody taking skin damage.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas, I know you said you can't fix it. I'm just checking back in. Can you get Scoop's face off my fucking?
I unfortunately cannot. Tomorrow
I'm looking right here, and all I see is Connor.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll be able to fix that, but not for today. You have to stare at Connor the whole time.
Are you watching? Are you seeing a still shot of Connor? Or are you looking at Connor as he is right now?
I'm just seeing a live stream of Connor.
I'm trying not to make him look
being
uncomfortable.
Connor.
Yeah.
Make sure you give him as pleasant a face as possible.
No, I don't want to make him uncomfortable.
Hit him with the sexy face. Connor.
Yeah, give him sexy face. Make
sexy
Connor
face.
feel, or make Mark feel at home. There you go, Mark. How about that?
Brandon, the Duke choke job. Is this? Where on the scale of 1 to 10 does this rank for like an all-time shocking thing for you? Because I think going into the game, I obviously thought Duke was the best team in the country. I still probably think Duke's the best team in the country, but that's not the way the tournament works.
Yeah, I agree.
You blew your shot. You go home, and now you don't get a chance to win it. But Houston winning is not that shocking to me. Houston's really fucking good. They play the best defense in the country. They have shooters. They have scorers. Like it makes sense that Houston could beat Duke. But once Duke was up 14, like there was just there's really only one team in the country that would have even kept playing, and it's the Houston Cougars. Every other team would have been like, we're fucked. Season's over. Let's pack it in. There were pretty much only like 20 people in the world that thought Houston had a chance, and all of them were on Houston's bench or one row behind Houston's bench. So to me, it was actually stunning, and maybe it shouldn't have been because Houston's a 1 seed. They're one of the best teams in the country. They might win the national title tonight, and yet I found myself just like my jaw on the floor. I couldn't believe what I was watching. A Duke team this talented just completely shut down, stopped playing offense. One of the all-time choke jobs. Do you share that sentiment, Brandon? This is like you've watched a lot more ball than I have.
That's just your way of calling me old.
Yeah.
I have several thoughts about this. Number one being, I think it's the most shocked I've ever been inside a Final Four outside of when Duke beat UNLV in '91. UNLV came in undefeated, and Duke ended up beating them and won their first national title. But this happened. That was like you came in expecting UNLV to beat them. This happened during the game. At no point up until like 2 minutes left did I ever consider Houston was winning. Even when Houston would make a little run, Duke would answer. They always kept them at arm's length, 6 to 10 points at all times, and they just felt like they had the advantage at every spot. Houston really felt like they had one guy who was capable of scoring, and that was Cryer, and then finally some other people got going. So I think it's the most shocking in-game turn that I've ever seen in a Final Four game. I really feel like that was that's the biggest choke job in Final Four history that I have ever seen. It makes me question a couple things. Number one is you got a coach on the sideline whose job is to prevent that. And John Shire, I don't know what he was supposed to do. I'm not going to sit here and say he should have done this, X's and O's, but I know that at no point did he ever stem the tide of that game slipping away like it did.
Yeah.
The second thing is, I think I saw a clip of you talking about Cooper Flagg the other day. I know Cooper Flagg's kind of taking a beating for missing that last shot and being not good down the stretch. I don't think that's fair, and I don't know if you said it, to be honest. I don't think that's fair from other people.
Thanks,
I don't think that's fair from other people because, Cooper Flagg did miss that last shot, and he was not at his best down the stretch. The other four from Duke were fucking garbage down the stretch.
Yeah.
Tyrese Proctor was the worst player in basketball for the last 2 minutes. Dribbling the ball off his leg, turning the ball over, missing front ends of one-on-ones. Like,
not just missing the one-on-one, Brandon, but he wanted the ball. He had the ball. He could have passed it ahead and let someone else get fouled.
Like, Knipple just disappears. I know that Cooper Flagg didn't have his greatest stretch of basketball when it mattered the most, but the rest of his teammates were fucking terrible when it mattered the most.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we can. I think you've reached a certain level of star power when your team loses a game that you had 27 and 15 and led in every single statistical category, and people are like, "See, I told you about this guy." Like, that motherfucker did everything he could. Except make that last shot.
He was awesome. He had an incredible game. He was like the only one on – I mean, Knipple was good to start the game, and then they just stopped going to him. But, Flagg had an incredible game. He missed the final shot. I don't like that he loves that little spin move, fade away from 10 feet with a hand in his face. I don't know why he shoots those shots. He almost never makes them, but he loves that shot, and it's very confusing. I don't know why that's the go-to play. But, Shire has Calipari potential, Brandon. He's got some Calipari potential. Yeah. He's got, I'm not overreacting to this one game, the end of this one game and this choke job, although it was all-time shit. But this was a problem with Duke all year. They just stopped running offense. They did it against Arizona in the tournament. They did it against North Carolina in the ACC tournament where they got up big on Carolina. They let Carolina get back into the game. They did it against, nobody was really watching the game, but at the time when it happened, in the middle of the season, they were up 1,000 points on a bad Notre Dame team in Cameron Indoor Stadium, and Cooper Flagg ended up having 40-something points in that game. But Notre Dame came back in that game because Duke just stopped running offense, and they just gave the ball to Cooper Flagg to play ISO ball. They just run the shot clock down and then give the ball to Cooper Flagg and say, go save us. This was a problem all season for them. This was what they seemed to do is build a big lead and then let their foot off the gas. It didn't happen every single game, but it happened far too often. And I guess they always won those games this year. So as it was happening against Houston, I thought, this is stupid. I can't believe they're not just stepping on their throat when they have the chance. Yeah. But I'm with you. I never thought they were actually going to lose. I was like, this is kind of bad that they're letting Houston back into the game. But up until Flagg missed the shot, I didn't think Duke was going to lose. I was like, there's no fucking way they're going to blow a 14-point lead with 8 minutes left. And they did. And that's what Houston does too. Houston just won't die. It's crazy.
On the
It's crazy how they've done that a handful of times throughout this season too. So I guess like I shouldn't have been so surprised because this is what both of these teams have kind of done all year is Duke's let teams back in, and Houston, no matter how much they're down, they're never really out of it. But yeah, that's an all-time choke job. I thought so I did my show like live immediately, and then I go to bed. I couldn't sleep at all. I was just like so wired. I was like, that was an all-time Final Four. Not just that game, but the Florida Auburn game was awesome too.
Yeah.
And then I woke up the next morning, and having slept on it, I do think this is going to sound crazy. I think that was a worse loss than the 2022 Carolina loss in the Final Four. I think obviously, like all the extracurriculars and the window dressing of that game and Coach K's last game against your rival makes that one tougher. But to be completely honest, like that Duke team wasn't even really that good. And you look back over the season that Duke team had. They just weren't like that good of a team. They had Paolo Banchero. They had NBA players. They had like typical like Duke talent, but they really weren't that good of a team. And Carolina was an 8 seed. It's a team like I understand the context of it all, but I guess what I'm saying is maybe like that one is more of a. I think the rest of us point and laugh at Duke more for that one.
Yeah.
But I think if I was a Duke fan, the game on Saturday night would haunt me more than the one in 2022 because this Duke team this year was as close to perfect as you can realistically make a college basketball team. Like they weren't perfect. Obviously, they didn't have a point guard. Like the guard played the guard shit the bed down the stretch. They were young. Like they had flaws, but like they were as good of a team as you are going to see in college basketball. They were up by 14 points. The national championship was there for the taking, and they just completely choked it away. And if I was a Duke fan, this would haunt me for the rest. I would just like it would be like 3:30 in the morning. I wake up in a cold sweat and just think about how we were up 14 with 8 minutes to play, and I would never stop thinking about it. It would haunt me forever.
Well, he might be frozen on the screen, but his voice is not frozen, so we're going to keep going as if
I'm frozen?
You're frozen on the screen. But I can still hear you just fine. So on the Houston side, Mark, I feel like this will fuel high school basketball coaches for the next 40 or 50 years because a lot of times all that keep fighting, don't give up stuff is mumbo jumbo bullshit, right? Like a lot of times it's just like keep fighting, don't give up, stay in the fight. Okay, well we lose by 10 because the team's better than us. This was an actual in practice. A team just refused to go away, refused to fight. They never even played that well offensively. They just kept at it, and finally got Duke in an uncomfortable position, and they pounced on them. When that guy got the technical for reaching out of bounds and made it a 6-point game with 1:14 left, I thought, well, that was it. They made a good little push. That's it. And the fact that they closed even after that says a lot about that team and says a lot about Kelvin Sampson, who, if he wins tonight, I think solidifies himself as an all-time great coach and would be a well-deserved kind of lifetime achievement for him.
Yeah, he's already an all-time great coach, but yeah, you got to win a national championship for I think the public to realize it. But you're right. That's gonna fuel high school basketball coaches across the country for years. Just the way Houston plays is at times not aesthetically pleasing, I think, to a casual basketball fan. But like, I think I said on Saturday when I was doing my show that Kelvin Sampson he might not be like everybody's favorite basketball coach, but he's your favorite basketball coach's favorite basketball coach, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
he is a psycho son of a bitch. If you've seen like any clips of his practices, they're fucking crazy. Pussies like you and I, Brandon, couldn't last 30 seconds in a Kelvin Sampson practice. It's just in their DNA. They don't give up. They're hard-nosed players. They fucking like I said earlier, like every other team would have thrown in the towel, especially like you said on the technical foul when Tugler reached over. Like that was it. That was game over. It was like great comeback, but you can't do that late. And the guy even sort of reacted that way, and he was like, "Fuck, I just cost us the game." And then it was like the whole team just took a big deep breath and was like, "This one's not over. We might as well go down swinging." And I don't know. It's crazy because I think I will, as time goes on, I will continue to view Saturday night as a Duke collapse. But I don't want to take credit away from Houston because, like I keep saying, like there's no even if Duke did all the things that Duke did down the stretch, there's only one team that would have kept fighting and taken advantage of all of Duke's mistakes in the country, and it was Houston. Every other team would have been like, Shit. I guess it would have been nice if we would have kept playing because Duke's given us an opportunity. They're leaving the door open, and we're just not taking advantage of it. But Houston just kept playing and kept. Uh-oh, did I lose him?
No, I still got you voice-wise.
What just happened on the screen?
I don't know. We're just fighting through it. That's where we're Houston right now.
Steven's tweaking stuff. Yeah, whatever. Houston, I said all that needed to be said, Brandon.
Well, what was it like in the building? Because was it more absolute shock or was it more like jubilation? Because I did see there were a lot of Houston fans there.
What, like when Houston won?
Yeah.
Oh, I left. I had to do the show.
Oh, I didn't realize that. My bad.
Yeah.
That's on me. No, did I watch it? No, I did not. I was also in the bed shortly after that game, so we had
to go live. I for the record, I didn't leave because I thought the game was over. I didn't. I knew I had to go live right at the end of the game, so I left at halftime.
That makes a lot of sense, and I probably should have cleared that. Florida and the team that Florida played, Auburn. Auburn stayed with them for a while. It was close, nip and tuck. Ultimately, and this is just what I see, one team star performed in the big moment, and one team star did not. And that was Walter Clayton Jr. continued his this is going to be, if they win a national title, this will be forever known as the Walter Clayton tournament, much like 2014 is Shabazz Napier, right?
This is an all-time tournament run, from Walter Clayton. And they can't, like, Florida's a really good team, obviously. They're great. They're not winning tonight unless Walter Clayton has a good game. So, like, he's going to win most outstanding player if Florida wins. And he's going to solidify this as, this is an all-time tournament run, what we're seeing from him.
Yeah, you say that, but I can't even picture a world where he doesn't play well. Like, I'm just expecting I'm expecting him to make these stupid three-pointers and these three-pointers where he gives himself 1 inch of clearance, and it's like a bad shot goes in. He is – and he's not just that. Like, he's also getting to the rim whenever he wants to, and when he feels when Florida needs something and he delivers it. Like, he has been the best player in the tournament, and the best player in the tournament by a wide-ass margin, too.
And not only the best player, he's been the most fun player, which isn't always the same thing, you know? Like, he's the guy that, like, every neutral fan is just, like, latched onto him and can't – like, I don't know how you feel, Brandon, but, like, I could watch Walter – I don't want this tournament to end. I'm sad that tonight it's over. I want Walter Clayton – I wish there were 10 more rounds of this thing and we could just watch Walter Clayton continue to play. He's just so fun to watch, and it goes back to the SEC tournament. And he's had a great season. He's a first-team All-American. He's, pretty. I think at this point, Florida fans are like, he should have won National Player of the Year, which he shouldn't have. He didn't. He hasn't been this dominant all season, but he's at the very worst the third best player in the country. And after Saturday night, you could argue he's at least second best behind Cooper Flagg. But he's turned it up when it matters most. Like he was really, really good all season, but like. Somehow he's gotten even better in the SEC tournament and in the NCAA tournament. He's unstoppable. He's literally like he takes the dumbest fucking shots and they all go in. It doesn't make any sense. Like he's not even really. He has elements of a chucker, but he's not because they go in. You know what I mean? Like it's like on Saturday night he was taking the one. How much time was left? It was like halfway through the second half. I think he's on the right side, like almost in the corner, and he shoots like that step back going to his right.
Fading.
Yeah.
They're bad shots. They're bad shots.
No business even attempting that shot. But it goes in, and that's what he's been doing the whole tournament. And I think like you see a guy who shoots a lot of shots like that, you'd be like, this is an inefficient basketball player. This is a guy who's going to shoot his team out of a game. But not if you don't miss. If you make all of them.
Yeah. No, the second.
Make all of them.
The second he starts missing, the second he starts doing that, he's taking really bad shots and he's shooting his team out of the game. But for now, everything is perfect because he is the best player in the entire tournament. Now, Houston will attempt and probably succeed in making his life a living hell. But if he's going to hit the hardest shots imaginable, maybe it's not going to matter. It's a fascinating matchup between because listen, Cryer was that guy on Saturday night too. Like Cryer was hitting shots. He was doing some shit.
I was blown away by Cryer because I thought I was very, very wrong about Cryer against Duke because I thought Duke was going to do to Cryer what they did to Mark Sears, which is make him look absolutely tiny and not be able to get a shot off and not be able to breathe on the basketball court. And Cryer was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he wasn't just like – it wasn't just that he was scoring. It was that he was like making something out of nothing. And he was going one-on-one, hitting tough shots and carrying Houston's offense. Like Houston didn't even play well Saturday. But Cryer did. Cryer was carrying them, and Emmanuel Sharp obviously stepped up in big spots too. But yeah, I'm fascinated by the matchup. I think Houston's going to throw everything they have, obviously at Walter Clayton. But maybe this is the night some of these other Florida guys step up. Thomas Haug off the bench, that guy, the white guy, with the funky haircut. This dude's fucking awesome too. Like, where did he come from? Well, he's playing his way into like being. I don't know where he's mocked on NBA draft boards, but like, dude, 6'9", can shoot it, can score at every level. He's been Florida's X factor off the bench. Florida's deep as hell, man. It's gonna be a fun game, but I think Houston's so good at making everybody play Houston style of basketball that I don't think this is gonna be the fun game that casual like. I keep using the word casual. You know what I'm saying? Like all of America that's tuning in for national championship. I think they would have found Duke, Florida more entertaining, but Houston, Florida is going like I just can't conceive a world where either one of these teams win by more than 5 points. Like it's just going to be a close game. It has to be a close game.
Well, in lieu of a full preview and a prediction right now from you, let's just discuss this. Let's discuss some waffle logistics because we got a plan. We got a plan for a big waffling.
We got to figure this out. Yeah.
Connor Griffin, you are on the hook for 40 waffles. You know how many 40 is?
I'm not on the hook.
Well, you're about to be.
What?
I'll be on the hook.
You're on the hook, dude.
You're on the hook.
I'll be on the hook when Houston, if they lose.
Look around.
No, dude, you're on the hook.
Ebo picked a team. Mark picked a team. I picked a team. You know what we all are? Off the hook. You know who's
off the hook. You're on the hook. You just haven't been reeled in yet.
Yeah. Right. You're on the hook.
All right, fine.
You're fighting for
you're close to the boat too. I mean, you are very close to the boat.
Okay.
We got a big ass net ready to catch you.
Yeah. Ebo's got the net. Mark's holding the pole, and I got the camera, and I'm going to take a picture of you with the hook in your mouth.
All right, I'll touch the butt. It's a Finding Nemo reference.
We all know what it's in reference to, but why?
I think I am. I'm scared. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'm in a good spot. I love the way that Houston plays defense. I love the way.
Shut up with the basketball talk.
I'm just saying.
Mark, are we doing 5 days of 8 waffles apiece? Or are we doing 140 waffle 24-hour stream? What are we doing?
Well, yeah, I don't know. What Connor? What makes the most sense to you?
I viewed it. Not that I've spent any time thinking about it because I'm not worried. I viewed it as one single stream. It could be very similar to like the TJ Punishment stream where it's a subathon. And I just sit there and eat waffles, and we build in a bunch of other fun stuff that we could do along the way, assuming I'm not about to die.
Fun stuff.
what fun stuff we're going to build in?
I don't know.
Are you going to get like a slip and slide? And like
we're going to do some puzzles together?
Get me a coloring book or something?
On the donkey?
No, that's why I was gonna talk to some other people, specifically one devious person at this company who Lucas works for. I was going to possibly get some other people involved and figure out other like incentives or other things that we could do to make it more interesting than just, oh, here's this guy who's sitting on live stream for however many hours eating 40 waffles.
Well, that's super interesting on its own.
Yeah, but I'm saying we could mix some stuff in. Maybe like
a challenge to lose waffles, or is that what you're?
No. It's going to be 40. It will be 40. I'm not trying to cheat the system.
Can you eat? I don't think you can eat 40 waffles.
Well, we have
pinch hit waffles, size of the waffles.
Yeah,
that could like there's factors here that I think you could play with to help you.
Size of the waffles absolutely needs to be addressed. Just going into it again. If this does happen, we're talking about it like it's going to happen.
We got to get the parameters established now, so that way when it does happen, you can't weasel your way out one way or another. You know,
you guys,
like we have to establish it before tonight.
This is why also people were getting on me like you should have hedged. I'm going to eat the 40 waffles if.
You should have hedged though. I offered you 27 waffles.
No. I'm not going to hedge. The deal was 40. I'm going to stick to 40 if, Houston loses and Florida wins the whole thing.
Brandon, should we offer him one last cash out? 34 waffles. You can cash out right now for 34.
Well, does that mean he has to start eating right now? 34 waffles, Connor. It's on the table right now. We'll figure. I'll get you waffles in here. I'll go across the street right now myself. And
6 waffles. 6 waffles isn't worth it, Connor.
No, yeah, exactly. 40. Also, if we're gonna do it, like I'll take one for the team, and I'll do 40 has the appeal.
40. Don't act like you're a hero here. You just lost 40. A bet.
He's
trying to make himself a
biblical.
He's trying to make himself a martyr over here.
I might die doing this, dude.
You very well might.
I just think if we're gonna
I'm
do
gonna
it,
take one for the team, and everyone knows if I eat 40 waffles, I'm a fucking hero.
if somebody has to do it, we're gonna do it to the fullest extent. It's going to be for the channel. It's going to be a subathon.
There is no fullest. There's.
I'm not doing 27. I'm not doing 34. I'm doing 40.
Right. This wasn't in the Constitution of the United States of America.
Yeah,
we just said it one day, so we can pretty much do whatever we want to with it.
We do whatever the fuck we want. No one ever has made someone on their show eat 40 waffles. This has never been done. But I appreciate your martyrdom, Connor.
If we do it, which again, you guys are making it sound like a foregone conclusion. I think my Cougars have a real shot tonight.
It's not a foregone conclusion, but there's literally two teams left.
I know.
And your team is half of that equation.
But if this does happen and there is a waffle stream, it will be a spectacle, and we'll have people tune in and they could subscribe, and it'll be 40 waffles. It may go on for over a day, but we'll figure it out.
Mark, have you watched a Florida game with Nicky Smokes?
No, I mean, yeah, like in the SEC tournament when he didn't know anybody's name and he just referred to them by their number.
He's still doing that. Some people don't deserve to be happy, and I'm sitting there. You know, I would kill for my team to win a game in the tournament. I'm sitting there watching him, and the guys that come off the bench, he's saying, "Go 12, come on 12," and he has no idea where any of them are from. He has no where did he transfer from? I don't know. I hate it. Some people shouldn't have success. Let me do this, and then we got one more thing to talk about, basketball. Anyway, baseball is back. There's nothing like getting to a baseball game, especially last minute. Lucky for us here at Barstool, we always use GameTime, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. GameTime makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, if you purchase a super deal when buying tickets April 22nd, GameTime will plant a tree with proceeds for Earth Day. I was looking for tickets for the Cubs. The Cubs are at home right now. They're 7-5 now. I think they've won 7 of the last 10. Cubs are playing pretty well. Saw an amazing deal for great seats. You can put those savings back in your pocket and spend them at the ballpark on a new hot dog, a new hat, or some good old-fashioned Cracker Jack. What are you waiting for? Go buy those Cubs tickets right now with GameTime. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, use code MOSTLY for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code MOSTLY for $20 off. Download the GameTime app today. What time is it game time? Mark, I have a feeling you won't like me doing this, and I apologize. Did you see what Hunter Dickinson said?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw that. That was sent to me.
Lucas, you got it?
Yeah, I can pull it up 1 sec.
All right. I did tell you to have it ready, but
I got to deal with him on the.
But no, I said please have that ready for when I reference it. But that's okay. That's okay. You're not TJ, and you never will be. You hear that?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
TJ, you hear that?
You're doing great, Lucas.
Good job, Lucas.
You got it, Lucas.
Thank you.
Lucas.
Love you, Lucas.
Don't act like it. I mean, he's used to getting super chats about how he should die. All right, here we go. Play it.
Whenever you retire, okay?
Absolutely.
Whenever you retire, you got a spot on
I
Field
got
of
a couple
68.
years, Jeff, and
All
then
right, but no Barstool. You come to Field of 68.
I will say the Barstool people were killing me after the season, so I got to. That's a rocky relationship right now with them. It's only guy that's got my back is like Marty and Rico out there, so it's a little rocky relationship.
Mushy
with Barstool
mush. I don't know about mushy mush.
You had his back all throughout.
Jeff did have my back all the way throughout. Some people, some people on this platform haven't. and now that I'm out of eligibility, it's different. I can look at them.
You can call guys out.
I can call guys out.
Right.
Whoa, what's he gonna say?
not have your
I
back.
can speak for all the people on this platform.
Yeah.
But the worst person at Barstool is the one that does the college basketball Barstool. I hate him, bro.
I don't even know who that is. I don't.
Both of them know.
He's the college basketball. He was a walk-in at Ohio State. The
walk-in.
man be trying to act like he was in there averaging
our boy,
20 at Ohio State.
Look at Fanta.
Bro, you were a walk-on at Ohio State. Like, calm down.
Zeros guy,
So I'm
whatever.
saying he be trying to act like, I swear, and people in Barstool tell me how everybody hates him except for Big Cat. That's the only reason why he's got a job
that
there.
part's
The
true.
thing with him is, I don't even remember his name.
Look at Fanta.
What's his name?
I don't know his name. I
You
know he
asking
went to
him?
Ohio
I
State.
have
and
no
was a walk-on.
idea.
He's Harry Barstool over
No,
here,
no,
so
John,
we got to
John,
keep him out of it.
I'm
We
not
got to
going
keep him
to
out of it right
put
now.
John in that situation because John is the
man.
middle guy. Everybody loves
Forget
John.
his name.
This is going off the rails, Dagan.
Titus, thank you,
It's going
Titus.
off the rails.
The problem with Titus is, here's the problem with Titus, and we'll go after this. he can dish it out, but he can't,
can't
That's
take it.
exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
You can
And if
give
you
me all the
dish it out,
You
criticism.
got to be able to take it,
Like
baby.
Gosser over there. That's
Oh,
another one.
shit.
He'll
that
take
ain't-
it, though. No, he'll take it.
But I'm saying
He'll dish it out, but
All
he'll
right.
take
I'm
it.
saying he's
Oh,
a
boy.
respectable man.
That's
He
good
can
shit,
take it.
man. That's good podcasting.
That was two of the bigger bullshitters I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That was I can't adequately describe the circle of hell it is to get a text message that just reads Jeff Goodman and Hunter Dickinson are talking shit about you.
I could say a lot about drunk ass Goodman sitting there, but whatever. He's whatever he is. Were we supposed to get Hunter Dickinson's back? He said the only people that had his back were Marty and Rico. Is that a company policy that you're supposed to get Hunter Dickinson's back?
What's especially pathetic about the Hunter comment was that Hunter Dickinson's been irrelevant to me for like 2 years now. Like I used to not like the guy because he was on teams that mattered, and then he transferred to Kansas and like didn't do anything for 2 years. And I haven't really said a bad word about Hunter in 2 years. I just like Kansas just wasn't relevant. But yeah, that's awesome.
So there was
that Goodman pretending like he didn't know who I was, but then knew everything about me and was like he can dish it but can't take it. And
Yeah.
that's
that's always
incredible.
such
good shit, man.
such a crazy move. Like, well, I don't even know who you're talking about, man. What are you talking about? The guy from Brownsburg, Indiana, huh? You talking about the guy that? You talking about that guy? You talking about Mark Titus? Huh? Fucking idiots. Anyway, there was
Say
that.
that you averaged 20 at Ohio State.
I don't often say I average 20 at Ohio State. What I do often bring up is that I'm the Chili's 3-for-me 3-point champion, something Hunter Dickinson's never done in his life in the 12 years that he's been playing basketball in college.
Never won a Heisman either. He's never won a Heisman.
Never won a Heisman. Never been to a Final Four. I guess if I was on underachieving teams like Hunter was, I probably would have played more, but I was on winning teams.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I didn't have better stats. I was too busy playing for actually good teams and not teams that, just constantly underachieve and then get dunked on for,
Well,
being disappointing.
his point
maybe that was the issue.
his point about you being hated in Barstool is correct. So
That's correct.
I
I'll give
wanna-
him that. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct. I am hated at Barstool.
Fanta looked adorable in that clip.
Yeah.
Looked absolutely adorable.
I was
Fanta
locked in
was
on him
with
the whole
us.
time.
Fanta was with us. That might have been, he was on our show like the day before, and Fanta was put in a tough spot. I love Fanta, and I'll see Goodman tonight, and he'll laugh behind the scenes, and he'll slap me on the back, and he'll be like, "We're just having fun, man, aren't we?"
Yeah.
And that's how it'll go, Brandon.
Connor, go ahead.
I got a question. Do you call your mom, Brandon?
Yeah, I do.
Every day?
No.
Oh.
About once every 6 months.
Special occasions, once in a blue moon?
Sure.
Okay. Well, Steven Singer Jewelers, oh my God, wants to help you tell the moms in your life every single day how appreciative you are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24-karat gold-dipped blue moon rose for Mother's Day. Skip flowers that die in a week. Steven Singer Jewelers' signature gold-dipped roses are real roses dipped in real 24-karat gold and are guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something that she could look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly bright blue rose with diamond-like sparkles. This forever gift of a real long-stemmed 24-karat gold-dipped rose has Steven's full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personalized Mother's Day note. Do we have one up on the desk?
No.
We used to. Wait, where the gold?
Oh, it's over there by
it's
by
over
Ebo.
by the bench. Okay,
It's over there by Ebo.
Yeah.
Reach up and grab that rose. It's about the same size.
Reach down.
No, you didn't.
Reach down.
Why are you talking into it like a mic?
Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry because these will not be
down.
restocked and supply is limited. Shipping is always complimentary. That means free. Nothing says I love you like a real, authentic Steven Singer 24-karat gold dip rose that lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Ebo looks magnificent with it right
Mark, are you concerned? Because I'm leaving Wednesday morning. Are you concerned that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when the Couch Boys take over the show, are you concerned that we won't have a show when we get back?
Yeah, I am. That's going to go horribly.
We have stuff in store.
What do you have in
What do
store?
Hats.
You're not going to clear anything with us? You're just going to do it?
Cannot tell you.
Well, yes, you can tell us.
You must tell us.
This Mostly Sports with Mark Titus and Brandon Walker. So if you have an idea, you should run it by Mark Titus and Brandon Walker.
I think that's going to say mostly sports with Evan Bosanko and Connor Griffin. on Wednesday.
Oh, what
Have you guys talked about whose name goes first?
Yeah, it'll be Ebo.
Why Ebo?
He's older. He has veteran status. He's a mentor to me. And
yeah, but you've said to me you're the star.
No, he gets first billing.
I mean, Connor, he's not that much older than you. I feel like you're putting him down a little bit there.
Yeah.
I'm 25. Ebo, you're 28?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he has mentor status to you?
Absolutely.
You guys are like the same age.
I'm a grizzled vet to him.
Yeah, he's looked after me at this company. So he gets first billing.
You told me that you've looked down to him the whole time you've been at Barstool.
Oh, actually, there may be a problem with I don't want to bring it up. The supper club, there might be a problem.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you don't have a choice. What's the problem with the supper club?
It's Ebo's month, and I don't think I'll be able to.
You're going to skip Ebo's day?
You know what? I'm canceling the reservation then.
Why are you not going to make it?
He gave you a month's notice.
No, he did not.
I gave him 2 weeks' notice.
2 weeks' notice.
There is a work obligation that I have the night that he planned this thing out.
Is it going to go that late?
Yeah.
We'll talk offline.
I'll get somebody to go in my stead, but yeah, we'll talk offline.
When is supper club this month?
It's this Thursday at like 8:00. But
you'll be free.
No.
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 You fucking you motherfuckers. Mark.
What's up?
When are you?
By the way, good to see you, Brandon.
Good to see you.
It's
as well.
good to see you on the screen now. Finally.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I still don't see you. I just see Scoof still.
Are
the
you?
The entire show. I'm trying to talk.
Way
to
to
Brandon,
persevere through it, Mark. You're a hero.
Connor's dipshit
You're a
face.
hero, dude. Get him a
Thanks,
Purple
Lucas.
Heart or something.
Lucas, you getting sassy over there?
No,
you were getting sassy a little bit.
that's just me.
All right, Mark. Tomorrow, are you gonna be with us, or are you flying out before then?
No, I'm around. I don't fly out till later.
Okay. All right. I was just checking. Switching gears to hockey. Your boy did it, Ebo. He did it.
Mm-hmm.
He
never
did
a doubt.
It.
I guaranteed it too on this show. Do you remember that?
Nope. He was very efficient with it. We lasted the show Friday morning. He was 3 goals short. I said, hey, he's going to score 2 goals against the Blackhawks tonight. He did, and then he goes out in his first game tied, and he does it in the second period against the Islanders, a game they would eventually lose. I guess doesn't really matter. Am I qualified to say that was a fucking snipe? Was that a snipe? Because it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, you let it rip.
He let it rip. Okay. We got to have that other discussion that we talked about. Ripped jacket.
Yeah, but it's on the sheet.
Okay, we'll discuss that
It's on
later.
the sheet.
Mark, did you get to see it, or were you out gallivanting with TJ?
I was out gallivanting, but I saw that it did happen. I didn't see the actual goal. But Gretzky was there and everything. Like, are we okay with how it all went down? Did they stop the game and do a whole ceremony and speeches and all that?
So
were people upset about that? Like, give me the breakdown of like how it all went down.
I was wondering if people would do like they did to LeBron when they did stop it and be like, well, see, they shouldn't have stopped the game or this or that or there. Yeah, they stopped the hell out of that game. They stopped that game. I'm surprised they even started it back. Like they stopped that game and pretended there wasn't a game anymore. And they of course he had the dive celebration. They all rush him, and then they do the walkthrough, the handshake line with the other team. And then Gretzky comes down to the ice. I don't know, 15 minutes, would you say? Maybe a little bit longer. But they gave him a nice video tribute. They did a proper ceremony for him breaking the record, even though it was on the road. I thought it was pretty first class operation throughout. But at some point, it is. You got to think the guy who sets the record gets a little embarrassed. Like, all right, guys, let's get it back on the road here.
I am not shitting on this one in particular. I just think that this is one of the weirdest things we do when someone breaks a record and then we just stop the game.
But that's what makes it special, Connor. Every other game,
I don't know how else you would handle it, but it
yeah, what are you supposed to do? Wait for like 2 hours after the game, and
then
they lose, and then all the lusters. That's what I'm saying. There's no perfect way to do it, but when you stop a game for as long as they did yesterday, or again going back to the LeBron thing, and then it's like, okay, now we have to all of a sudden forget that happened and get back to the game. Like it's an interesting thing that it is so foreign to me.
But it happens once every 25 years in hockey, probably.
Exactly. And
what was the context of this game? Because I think that matters too. Like I imagine, without knowing, I'm talking out of my ass here, but I imagine this game probably doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of playoff seeding and teams making it in and that sort of thing. But like, yeah, I mean, if this was like a do or die, winner goes to the playoffs, loser, it stays home type deal, and it happens in the third period with 3 minutes left, and they stop the game in a close game, then maybe that's different. But who are they playing?
Islanders.
Yeah, are the Islanders good? Was this
So the Islanders currently are 7 points out of a wild card spot. So
it doesn't matter. Like this is a meaningless game in April.
The Caps are way clear of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So given that context, who gives a shit? Stop the game and. Right.
I mean, who gives a shit anyway? Like again, it happens once every couple of decades. You got Gretzky following the man around. What, you going to make Gretzky wait till the end of the game for a ceremony? Let Gretzky get on his private jet and go wherever Gretzky goes.
I say I don't care, but then like when Acuna, it was Acuna, right? Ebo that joined the 40-40 club or whatever.
And then they just
the Cubs were fighting for their playoff life, and a guy gets a stolen base, and they just like stop the game and jerk him off for 30 minutes. For a stolen base. Well, that was annoying.
That accomplishment pales in comparison to like the most goals of all time.
Yeah,
but I think LeBron's and this one should be afforded their like when Aaron Judge broke a non-existent record a couple of years ago. That wasn't a record that nobody talked about, and then he breaks it and they stop the game. Like what are we doing? Let's play ball here.
Those kind of records I don't like stopping the game. But all-time goals scored in the NHL, which I imagine. When Gretzky did it, it was probably seen as like an unbeatable record, right? Like back in the day.
Ovi said himself, I think, back in like 2019, he's like, I had average 50 goals a season or something like that.
Yeah.
I have no chance. It's impossible.
Yeah, and listen, Old Takes Exposed was busy at work finding people from 2012 and 2014 that said this record will never be broken. Like he was hard at work yesterday. But again, the guy's a phenomenal goal scorer. It was a great goal. Did you see the video of him showing up at the club later?
Yeah, fantastic. He's just like
he's a party guy.
I don't know who mentioned it to me, but he's in the same vein with Jokic in terms of just not caring. But he is just like the most like kind of laid back, like GOAT status.
Can a hockey player not care?
Dude, he just he tied the record and was just ripping light beer at the press conference. Like that's just kind of his attitude. Just like beer belly guy that somehow is also like the greatest goal scorer ever. Like he's not in like a special physique or anything like that. He
just looks like a normal dude.
Yeah, normal dude, and he's just the greatest goal scorer ever. Guy handed 2 bottles of beer walking into the restaurant for dinner. That rocks.
That also seems fine.
I mean, they just know he needs 2. He's double holster.
Yeah. Hot wife too. Just like think I'd throw that in there.
All right, pull it up.
What?
Ovi's got a hot wife.
Pretty hot, yeah. Well, hot for him. I mean, he's the all-time greatest goal scorer. Ugly as hell, though.
Can I see a picture of her, Lucas? Pull it up on my screen here.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, Lucas, get on that.
Lucas, pull that up real quick. Let me see it.
Lucas, have you got a picture of Ovi's wife? Because that's what's important here.
Look. Oh, wow, she is hot.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I still see Connor and only Connor.
Anastasia Shubskaya. Connor, can you put her picture on your face?
Connor, hold up a picture of her and walk towards the camera.
Yeah, okay.
So I can see it.
I got you.
You've literally been, even when I'm talking, you're just looking at Connor?
It's literally just Connor. Yeah, the whole time you and I were talking about the Final Four, I just saw Connor doing Connor things.
He didn't even wear – can you believe he's on the desk today? He didn't wear a foundational piece?
Yeah.
Just wore a hoodie?
Just half-assed it, really.
Yeah, that looks good, right. Connor. That looks good.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
yeah. Evo, while we're here, do I understand you pulled up some information about Jersey Day?
Yeah. Shout out a family member, Ethan, my good friend. He's been going back through all our Jersey Days, logging them, and he has provided me with some data in regards to what jerseys we've been wearing, what teams, what players. One person in particular has worn the same jersey 5 times.
The same jersey.
Which Brandon immediately accused me of for some reason.
I was joking, TJ.
And this person has also worn a separate athlete jersey even more times than that.
How many times?
This person has worn one particular jersey 5 times. Now, I would normally wait till Thursday to have this discussion, but I'm going to be at Augusta National. Mark's going to be on a beach, so
you guys going to be wearing jerseys?
I doubt I will, to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think I'm wearing a jersey to Augusta National.
Fair.
So this person's most popular team his favorite team to wear is Penn State.
Okay.
He's worn a Penn State jersey 8 times.
All right. And
it could be any of us.
You're not.
Yeah. And he's worn.
Please don't say who it is, though. Just don't give it away.
He's worn a He's worn a Saquon Barkley Eagles jersey 5 times.
Wow. Okay.
And a LeBron James jersey 7 times.
7 different times.
Yes.
Has anybody on the show ever called themselves a bronsexual? Was that you called yourself a bronsexual?
I did, but I'm pretty sure you also did.
Well, I am one.
I am one.
I've worn a LeBron James once.
Interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Who's a bigger bronsexual? Connor, I think you're more outward about it, but Brandon finds ways to sneak it in there a little bit.
I think I am.
I kind of feel like it's Brandon. I feel like Connor wants it to be him, but
it's not.
Like, I feel like Connor would suck LeBron a little harder, but Brandon would suck it more sensually.
I would also snuggle.
Put LeBron in a room with the two of us.
I'm getting to that thing first.
No.
I'm getting to that. There's no way you're beating me to that thing. I've been around the block, man.
No. That is just Brandon wouldn't make it out of that room alive. I would beat him to death if it meant that I could get to LeBron.
Why does LeBron need to be in the room for us to fight?
This is the real question. If you guys were to form like the little TP formation and he has to walk through you guys, is he going dick to dick with Connor or dick to dick with Brandon?
That's his choice.
I also
doesn't prove which.
I don't think that's the proper way of measuring that affection, Evo. I think it would be the other way around.
What do you think the proper way is?
The other way around.
What other way around?
Do the TP again?
So who's getting asked?
That.
Who's going ass to dick with LeBron?
Yes, that.
And you think that would be you?
Probably.
You think
in this totally?
You think LeBron's going ass to dick with you?
Yeah, probably. We'll get him in here. LeBron James, everyone to pop on the show. He's making podcast appearances now.
Don't try to segue away from this.
No, I'm just saying I think I am definitively the bigger bronsexual than you.
You see how whenever he wants to change the subject, he just like turns into the host?
I think, first of all, I'll come clean on the jersey collection. I have every single LeBron James jersey for every team he's ever played for, including multiple variations of it. So, yes, I have worn
7. Connor has worn 7 LeBron James.
I have worn LeBron James. I don't know about the Saquon Barkley jerseys, but I will admit that I have worn the LeBron James jerseys on the show.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean you don't know about the Saquon Barkley?
There's no way of proving that.
Yes, there is.
There's zero way of proving that.
The 2 most popular athletes whose jerseys have been worn on the show, LeBron James 7 times by Connor Griffin, and Mark Titus 6 times by Mark Titus. Which makes that, dude. You're such a dick rider, dude. It's crazy.
You're a Mark Titus dick rider, Mark Titus.
I'm wearing my own jersey. What are you talking about?
You've worn your own jersey that you've like personally owned 6 times.
Is that variations?
Yes, variations of your own jersey.
He wore the Globetrotter jersey
and
anything with your name on the back, like your
Meister jersey.
Yeah.
These numbers are skewed, by the way.
I got you.
How?
Could be different Barclays or different Jameses.
Yeah, so that they are different jerseys. Just want to clarify, but also, I don't know if are these exclusively Thursday jerseys?
Yes, they're exclusively Thursday jerseys.
I'll have to talk to your friend Ethan.
What was that, Connor? You just did there?
What?
Was that cool guy Connor with the hacky sack?
Yeah, I got a little hacky sack here. Oh shit! I dropped it as soon as I tried to be cool with it.
That lasted a while, and that was hacky sack Mondays.
Yeah. Speaking of jerseys, are those?
Yeah, I got a couple of jerseys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna unveil those on Thursday.
All right. Fair.
Actually,
I love
this one's an L, so Ebo can.
These were the opening day packages that got to us way too late.
Yeah.
And Brandon just decided to open them and not tell anybody what they are, but he knows. He knows all.
Connor, you opened those and brought them to me this morning.
I brought him in here, so I said, hey, these are from opening day. We can unveil them on the show. And you said, well, let me look at them.
No, you unveil them on Thursday. That's what people want. They don't want people to just hold them up. You unveil them on Thursday.
I'm saying these were open.
Show some show knowledge here.
How many opening day packages did you open after opening day?
Like 12, and I've peppered them in ever since.
Okay.
You got something to say to me, Connor?
I'm saying there were people who sent in stuff for opening day that they have been opened off air and only you know about them.
And they will be rolled out.
Okay.
As we proceed.
I'm trying to look out for the family.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's our last show, right? And then they're hosting Wednesday?
Correct.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I don't know. I just thought of that. That's like.
No, it sucks.
Yeah, you brought that up earlier, and it just now hit me. That's 2 days from now.
I don't mind, family, if y'all just want to treat the 3 days at the end of the week as just vacation and y'all take a spring break and just see us back on Monday.
Terrible.
Listen.
That's terrible.
I'm trying to set expectations.
We're still going to put on a show. Like, we're still going to have mostly sports. Your name is still attached to the show. Like, we should want the show to do well.
I want to go on record. I don't want my name attached to Wednesday.
All right, fine.
Thursday,
Well, yeah, we'll change it.
I want my name removed from the show. I don't.
Can me and Mark leave instructions of things you have to do?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, well, we want you to do
April 10th. We're booked.
If we don't want you to do
booked
what do you mean you're booked April 10th?
There's it's a very important anniversary, April 10th,
and we have some guests coming in.
Wait
At least one we have booked.
April 10th is what is April 10th is my anniversary.
Your wedding? Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations, Brandon.
April 10th is the day I got hired at Barstool.
See, that's not even like top 5 things we're thinking about for April 10th,
no,
to be honest.
Your birthday is Sunday, right?
It is.
Maybe we can sneak it in.
Yeah, we'll try and figure out.
Mark, I just want you to know Blutman has barged in and sat in Connor's spot on the couch. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'd love to see him, but unfortunately, still Connor.
Wearing a pink hoodie.
When it comes to college basketball and March Mania, one thing is for sure, nothing is for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderellas, top seeds going home early, but bet the unexpected every upset every day with DraftKings Sportsbook. Everybody's sweating it out except for you. DraftKings is offering all customers a no-sweat parlay every single day. How's it work? Opt in, place a bet on any eligible parlay. If your bet doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back on the amount of your original bet. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code FAMILY. That's code FAMILY to get a no-sweat parlay every single day. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. I don't understand money. Mark, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays have agreed on a $500 million deal. I know that Shohei Ohtani or Juan Soto, they both broke the bank. They're up in that $700 million range. I know that Vlad Guerrero is a very good baseball player. Is he setting a new mark on who gets the $500 million? Because he's not a top 5 player in baseball, correct? Everybody agreed?
Yeah. Right, correct. Yes.
So what is he is let's see. Let's look at his career stats. He's a 287 hitter, 160 home runs, OPS up 861. Ebo, make sense of this for me. Is this a good deal or bad deal, or it's a lot of years, right?
Yeah, a lot of years. Feels like a little bit of an overpay, but I mean that's kind of just the way it goes now for superstars.
It's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, you pay a premium, and yeah, I mean 500. Like when Ohtani got that massive deal, you mentioned we skipped a couple million, right?
Yeah.
It feels like we skipped a couple million, and then we just kind of stayed up very, very high. Because I don't know, to me,
that was skipping millions on the top end for a top end player.
Yeah.
This is skipping millions for a kind of not middle of the road player, but not a top.
Yeah, I think of 300 million as like the number, right? For like the elite superstar baseball player. Obviously, things change. That's how time works, and contracts get bigger. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that he gets.
Now, Mark, I have been granted the ability to negotiate on behalf of Barstool. I'm of the mind that you are coming up soon. Now I know, it would be look at me for you to act like, my contract's coming up soon. Pay attention to me. That would be selfish and silly.
Right.
I have been authorized to offer you a 14-year, $300 million deal to stay at Barstool. What are your thoughts?
I gotta see what the Blue Jays have to say. I gotta call the Blue Jays first.
Can you imagine? So these teams have to pay a premium on these superstars, and it's simply, hey, we don't want you to go to the Dodgers, right? That's all it is. Or the Dodgers or the Yankees. Please don't go be a Dodger.
Yeah.
Here's $500 million.
Yeah.
It sucks because he looks like he'd be a pretty good Dodger.
Hey, Brandon, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Why doesn't somebody from the stock market just play baseball, and that'll fix the economy? Why don't we just, hey Brandon, why don't we just teach those boys at Wall Street how to hit a curveball? Maybe we'll get these stocks back on track. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know who ought to play shortstop for the Yankees? Donald Trump. That'd get us back. That'd get us back on course. Blutman, thoughts
What
on
do you
these?
think about that, Connor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff, Connor. Thoughts on these political jokes, Blutman?
I don't get it.
What? Yeah, explain what's going with the explain tariffs, Blutman. In your best capability, explain what is going on. In the
And this is not a joke. We want you to explain tariffs right now. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
No, you have to make an effort to explain a tariff. Go.
Well said.
It's some politics thing.
And
Lucas.
I don't know.
Lucas, explain a tariff to me.
The politic.
It's basically a tax on imported goods from other countries.
Was that so hard?
I didn't know what that was, but I love imported goods from other countries.
Did you have fun at the?
Do you like paying taxes on?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be devastating for Blutman because he Blutman, you're a big like go to the grocery store and find foreign snacks.
No, I just
right?
love going to the Asian market, Gangnam market.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it a grocery store. I call it an experience. It's one of the best places I've ever been to, and
it's a good thing we're not taxing experiences, so you're fine.
Yeah,
that's good then.
Blutman comes into the office every day with a different snack from the Asian market.
Me and Spider, that's my favorite game.
And he tries to go and get everybody to try it in the office.
Did you have fun at the hockey game yesterday?
I did.
Gave him my Blackhawks tickets.
Connor went.
Yeah, I did go.
Yeah, he asked me to go.
I thought you said Lukey was going.
Lukey didn't end up going.
I see that now, Blutman.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have given you the tickets if I'd known Connor Griffin was going to get one.
Oh yeah, we had a grand old time.
Yeah, I didn't speak for much of the game.
No, yeah, that was a little bit of a fake video.
Connor went and got us each a pretzel.
I did, with a cup of cheese. I threw that in there for my boy Blutman.
It was a
Blutman,
bizarre hockey game.
I heard you had a legendary Friday on the Yak, Blutman.
I did. I did it for you, Mark Titus.
Yeah, thank you. You're sitting in my seat, right?
I
Didn't say a word the whole show.
I was. Brand directed me to sit in your chair, and I thought, what better way to honor you?
What better way to honor me than by bringing absolutely nothing to the
while simultaneously bringing everything to the table?
Mark, it's crazy because I did tell him, I said, he said, where to sit? I don't know. I said, over there. Sit in Titus' seat. And then I said, but do not speak once during the show. And I swear it didn't feel forced at all. It felt like he was just a part of it, and that was just what he was supposed to be doing. It felt great.
There was one time where Joey Avery looked over and was like, "Are we not?"
Yeah, I almost hit Joey Avery.
Yeah, like, are you gonna say anything? And then you were like, "No, we don't talk to."
Then what? And Kate looks over and does the pussy. has pussy talk with him.
That was the only time I almost cracked.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I gotta be honest, there was nothing I wanted to talk about.
Is that the first trillion in Yak history?
In Yak history, of course, we've had one on this show.
Yeah, Nikki put up a trillion.
Yeah, we had a Nikki
right.
trillion
Nick
one
did
time.
You might have to go do the 1 trillion.
Real quick.
Blutman, you did that on the video you and Connor put out too, right? The Reading Crashers.
Yeah, the one.
Oh shoot, we did.
The 1 hour of silence in the car.
1 hour of silence. That's right.
Forgot about that. We gotta recreate that.
Yeah.
Are you the most elite silent podcaster in the game right now?
I think I am. I think I found something. My bag's deep.
Real quick, give me 30 seconds on OV breaking the record.
Alex Ovechkin broke the record in the most perfect way possible, aside from it being at the dead atmosphere of an Islanders home game. Everything about that moment was perfect. The cartoonish fall to his belly and penguin slide after was perfect. The shot from right next door to where his true office is, going with a sick twisted wrister like that, was phenomenal. I don't know why we didn't get better replay looks at it. There was a theory that it was deflected in. It was not. Those people stink. Bad humans for trying to create something like that. This was a great moment in hockey history, and I am happy for Ovechkin. I can't wait for Ovi Jr. or Ovi Jr. 2 to break the record.
They honored him at the Blackhawks game last night.
Did they?
They threw up like a graphic on the screen. They showed the replay and everything. It was nice. It was a nice moment.
What are they supposed to do? Stop the game for him?
No, that'd be ridiculous.
Mark, I believe, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I think the women's Final Four gets underway tonight. It's UConn, right. South Carolina, Texas, and somebody else.
Should we fill out our brackets?
Yeah, we should fill out our brackets. I mean, obviously South Carolina's going to win. Because they're just the dominant force in women's basketball right now. But I don't know. UConn could probably make the title game.
Yeah, UConn's interesting. I mean, they're in the Final Four as a 2 seed, I think. So I don't think they have much of a chance against the ones, but it would be something if they could figure it out. If UConn could get back on top, we'll see.
So UConn wins. Paige Becker's yada yada yada, third highest scoring ever in the NCAA tournament. I was surprised at how haven't they had that game in prime time in recent years? Have they not?
No, that's always been a Sunday afternoon.
Always been Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, this guy.
I just remember when we played in it like 6 years ago and we lost to Notre Dame, that being a Sunday night and me crying on my couch. I legitimately just was face down, just that we'll never win anything, ever.
I think ideally it's a couple hours later, but like I'm so jealous of the women's tournament having their national championship on Sunday afternoon. That's so much better than Monday night.
It's
so much better.
Monday night would be okay if it were like Monday night at 6:30. I just we say it every year, but I have no idea why they drag it out so much. Those games the other night, I noticed. So Duke in Florida and Auburn kicked off at 5:09, which was weird. They kicked off. They started at 5:09. That game lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes. Long as fuck, and there was no overtime. There was no
referees.
I will continue to rant about it until something has changed. These TV networks, the NCAA, everybody blocking off 2 hours for a basketball game that just simply will not take 2 hours is fucking insane. And they continue to do it like it's 1971, and they believe that the games are only going to take 2 hours. They don't. It's impossible. There hasn't been – in fact, you can look this up. It's true. There has not been one single game that's taken 2 hours this year. Every single one of them have taken over 2. I made that up, but it feels right, doesn't it?
When Duke and Houston tipped off, I remember thinking, okay, well, maybe this one will go a little bit faster. Maybe it'll be low scoring. Maybe it'll go faster. And there was a review 19 seconds into the game.
Yeah. There was one shot, I think it was in the second game, where it was all three, or not all three, but there were 3 referees. Maybe it was 2. I can't remember. There were a group of referees at the table looking at the instant replay, and the way the shot was, it looked like a scene from Goodfellas, when like the camera's in the trunk and they're looking up at the mobs. It was like the worst possible thing. It was such a good game, and then you just go to this shot of all 2 or 3 of, I can't remember how many people it was, but it was ridiculous, and they were reviewing every fucking thing, and it was so annoying.
Not to go back to it fully, but that just wasn't a foul on Cooper Flag.
No.
And I was okay. I don't hate Duke the way I hated him. I don't hate. I was actually kind of rooting for him the other night. I'm not an anti-Duke guy as much as I used to be. But at the same time, watching them get a bad call against themselves in the Final Four with a minute left doesn't hurt my feelings either.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to get screwed and it's Duke, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll sign off on that, I think.
They did a lot to screw themselves over.
Oh, yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. That was a cavalcade of mistakes. That one call wasn't the deciding factor. That being said, it was not a foul.
Mm-hmm.
And
it simply wasn't a foul. I think like what makes it easier to swallow is he fouled a 65% free throw shooter, and he, I honestly feel like it was a bad call, but also like in the moment, if you would have asked Duke fans, like, would you rather Houston have the ball for a chance to win or make this 65% free throw shooter go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1?
Yeah.
I think they would have been like, all right, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. And then Juwan Roberts steps up and hits them both right after Proctor missed the front end of his, It was an atrocious call. But also, like, Duke got some good calls as well. Like the one where L.J. Cryer tried to cross up Knipple, and Knipple just kicked it out of bounds.
Why the fuck? How do officials think that ball did what it did? Like the guy crosses between his legs, and then the ball shoots the opposite direction 40 feet. Did they think the ball changed its mind? I don't understand how they thought it did that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. There were enough bad calls. That's not why they lost the game. But I'm with you, Brandon. Bad call, and it's bad to like. I do genuinely feel bad for Cooper Flag because if you want to be a Cooper Flag hater, you can just very easily point to the foul that led to the 2 free throws and then him missing the game winner, and just completely ignore the fact that he had an unbelievable game and was the best player in the country all year, and he's supposed to be a high school senior.
Yeah,
and he's doing this on the biggest stage and carried this Duke team at a time when everyone else absolutely sucked ass. By the way, has anyone talked about Sion James getting a concussion? Or am I the only one that noticed that the guy who was shitting down his leg down the stretch is the same guy who hit his head on the floor, and then they took him out, and then they throw him back in and asked him to inbound the ball. and he like couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird to me.
I guess I didn't even realize he was the one. I saw him hit his head on the drive to the basket, and he ends up, stopped the game for a little bit. I didn't realize he's the one that got back in and did those things.
Yeah, like he didn't play well. He didn't have a good game anyway, but then when they put him back in, he was like really bad. And I thought when he hit his head, I was like, he might not even play on Monday if Duke holds on to win this. Then they just throw him back in the game, and he sucked ass down the stretch. Tyrese Proctor, we already said he was really bad. Knipple just disappeared.
Did you see fucking
Malawatch? We didn't even mention, by the way, Malawatch, 7'2", 0 rebounds.
That's what I was about to say. We
0 rebounds.
We chose Malawatch as our pick to click, and he had 0 rebounds. He's 7'2".
He was a minus 18 plus minus.
God almighty. They would have been way better off if he just doesn't get on the plane. He's 7'2".
I think that's on Shire too, because like Malawatch wasn't playing well, and they got Ngongba on the bench, who's really serviceable. He's a good big man. He's going to play in the league someday. Like Duke had a lot of great guys on the bench, and I'm not saying like those guys should be playing over certain guys, but I think in a game like that, as the game's slipping away, or because if you're making excuses for Duke, you might say that like the guys out on the court ran out of gas because they were playing so much or whatever. But that's Shire's fault. It's like I don't know why he didn't go to the bench more. Like that's been a strength that Duke has had all season, is that their bench is full of guys who are probably going to play in the league someday. And, like, some of these guys just didn't play. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. And I understand, like, Houston plays great defense, and it's a physical game. You're playing a bunch of older players, and maybe you don't think Isaiah Evans is ready for the stage. But Malawatch sucked. Like, throw the other big guy in and let him carry them, you know? Like, what are we doing? It was crazy.
Well, I got to ask a question, guys. What do your March Madness brackets and your home appliances and systems have in common? They both tend to get busted. Now, as a benefit with select American Home Shield warranty plans, you can conveniently video chat with a live repair expert to help assess or fix an issue. Thanks to American Home Shield, we're able to video chat in Big Cat to get an expert assist as you pick your favorite teams for the 2025 tournament. And as I say,
John Wooden is the all-time coaching leader with 10 championships. Is the all-time coaching leader.
John Wooden is the all-time coaching leader.
John Wooden is the all-time coaching leader with 10 championships. Coach K of Duke is second with 5. Boo.
Who'd he say?
We're here to help prevent a busted bracket, just like American Home Shield is here to help with a busted home appliance or repair system. This is where our friends at American Home Shield come in. When you have an American Home Shield warranty, they will help fix or replace covered parts of home systems and appliances, no matter their age. Plus, as a benefit with select plans, AHS offers a convenient video chat feature that lets you connect with a live repair expert to help assess or even fix a home issue in real time. Listeners can get 20% off any plan today. Just visit ahs.com/mostly to sign up. Don't wait until something is busted. Get ahead of home repairs with AHS. Go to ahs.com/mostly for 20% off any plan today. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions.
Brandon,
yeah.
I have a question for you.
It might be the same question I was about to ask, but go ahead.
There's very little chance it is.
Okay. Go.
What does Geno Auriemma do for you? When you hear the name Geno Auriemma, are you like, yeah, like that guy fucking rules? You hate him? You think it's impressive? You think he's overrated? Give me your Geno thoughts.
Obviously, it's impressive for any coach to achieve what he has achieved. It doesn't do a whole lot for me. I've always kind of felt he's felt like Coach K light to me. Like when the cameras are on, he acts a certain way, and when I feel like when the cameras are off, he's a completely different guy. Maybe my read is completely wrong there, but to me, it's just in women's basketball, the talent is so concentrated at the top. You know, there's rarely upsets, there's rarely Cinderellas because there's just not that many great super elite players to go around, and they almost all go to UConn. So kudos to him for building that tradition where he gets all the great players, but it's kind of like John Wooden in the 70s to me, where I just don't really buy it as much as everybody else does, because there's a certain thing lacking for me because of his accumulating talent. It doesn't make it as impressive as it should be. Is that fair?
Yeah. If I said he is one of the 5 best basketball coaches of all time, how angry are you getting at that?
I don't know that I would get angry. I think I would roll my eyes and just consider not arguing with you. And there's not a lot of things that would make me consider not arguing, but Geno Auriemma being one of the best coaches ever in basketball.
I'll remember that next time we get in a heated argument, no matter what it's about.
You want to bring up Geno?
I'm just going to bring up Geno Auriemma being one of the 5 greatest coaches in
All right,
basketball
I'm gonna try it right now. Mark, I was thinking I really think Geno Auriemma is one of the top 5 greatest basketball coaches of all time. Your thoughts?
I think Geno Auriemma is one of the 5 best coaches of all time.
See,
right,
yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Can we give a shout out to Geno?
We've been doing nothing but talking about him for the last 2 minutes. So
well, he took a moment during the press conference to shout out the women in sports media in the room, and I have to tip my cap to that.
How are you bringing this back to you, Connor?
No, I'm just saying.
I
love the fact
national championship about Connor Griffin.
I love the fact that Geno Auriemma, first of all, this entire tournament has been calling out the NCAA and has been saying this is ridiculous what we're doing here. Like, this tournament is crazy with the super regionals. Why are we doing this? And then he backs it up and he still wins the whole thing. Like, he's been talking shit and then he wins the championship, and that's great. And then he's advocate for women.
Connor, here's the thing. You joined that silly women's organization in college to try to get girls.
No, it didn't.
It didn't work, and now you're still trying to hang on to it. You're still throwing out these Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Well, the idea is still solid, even though it didn't work in college. Maybe it'll work now. So, hey, I'm going to talk real good about Geno and women, and maybe my DMs are open, something like that. What's the end game here?
There is no end game. I think it's good.
If there's no end game, why did you bring it up completely out of nowhere?
Because I saw the clip and I was like, oh, that's a good clip. And that was a moment from Geno Auriemma that I knew that you guys wouldn't bring up, and I wanted to bring it up. Shout out to Geno Auriemma. Geno heads.
No, that's too far.
No.
That's too far.
By the way, I listened to the show on Friday, or I watched a little bit of it, whatever. Brandon, you're spot on about Connor, as you explained to Nick, Connor trying to be the king of the Lost Boys.
No.
Yeah, he thinks he's Peter Pan, and those are his lost boys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting, and it took you saying it for me to like have the light bulb moment. So thank you for that, Brandon.
He absolutely deems himself. You know what? I think Mark, I think that's why he's not going to show up to Evo's supper night.
Stop. No.
Because he wants his supper night to be
exactly right.
the supper night, and he's just going to casually have maybe a job obligation this month. Oh, next month he's on vacation. Next month he's got to go to a wedding. He's going to miss everybody else's because it's going to establish his was the all-time great.
Yeah, but then Brandon, guess what? When it's Connor's turn again to pick where they're going to supper, he's going to be extremely available. He's going to have that whole month available.
Well,
no conflicts whatsoever.
Connor, I'm just now getting a thought. Hold on. Let me form it. So you are the king of the behind-the-scenes boys out there. And,
No.
And you just did the supper club for all the boys, right? You didn't find that any women in broadcasting here at Barstool were deserving of an invite to that?
No, there's one of the ground rules that we laid down. It's exclusively a men's supper club.
Can you be in an exclusive men's supper club while also being part of the Association for Women Broadcasters?
Yeah. Because the Association for Women in Sports Broadcasters, they specifically said to me when I joined, like, hey, we need allies. So
they'll let you in, but you will not let any of them in. Do you find this hypocritical?
This is totally separate fields. This is a group of...
How? This is all broadcasters.
So you laid down the...
Mark, you hearing what I'm saying here?
I hear exactly what you're saying. This is fraudulent behavior from Connor.
No. Blake...
You joined a women's organization.
Not a broadcaster. Lucas is not a broadcaster.
You joined a women's organization, but as soon as you got in a position of power as the king of the behind-the-scenes boys, you said men only.
No, I was not the person who laid down this ground rule. Yeah. Whoever made the name for the group chat was Men's Supper Club Monthly. And
I think your only path forward to prove that you're not a fraud is to do a women's only, to spearhead a women's only supper club as well, and you be in charge of that one.
Okay, sure.
Okay, well that needs to happen.
Fine, yeah, I'll do it.
There's also a serious lack of diversity in our men's supper club too.
Yeah, we're not perfect. We're just getting off the what is it? What is a train? Not a train. A plane fly.
The glass ceiling.
We're getting off the tarmac. Yeah,
we're trying to shatter the glass ceiling.
I don't know what that.
we're taking off.
Are you still looking at Connor because he's turning red?
We're taking off because now you guys are putting me on the spot for being sexist,
hypocritical, and sexist,
and maybe a little DEI.
Yeah.
Again, I did not form this supper. I was one of the founding members, but
wait a second.
I was not one of the people laying down the groundwork.
I did not found this thing, even though I'm one of the founders. That's what you just said.
I was one of the original 3. I would say.
Well, then those 3 are the ones
But
who started.
the original 3 were not the ones who necessarily laid down the terms. We had the idea, and then the idea kind of formulated.
What if we dip back into the Penn State pool, and we hired a young lady who was also in the Association for Women's Broadcasters with you at Penn State, and then she worked here for 3 months, and she came up to you and said, Connor, I really am enjoying myself here, but I don't know a lot of people. I would love to be in the supper club if you guys could let me, because I'm in the Association of Women with you. Could you let me come to the supper club on Thursday night? What would you say?
Again, it's totally different genres. It's totally different fields. It's totally different purposes.
Wow.
Let me hit an ad.
Wow, Mark, this is tough.
Let me hit an ad.
Unreal.
Again, I love the Association for Women in Sports Media, and I love the Supper Club, and I think that we could both coexist in this world.
Well, not really coexist. Exist separately but equal.
Everyman Jack is a clean men's care brand made specifically for guys. Oh, this is for men. And they're with us all tournament long. From body wash to deodorant, hair to beard care, they've got everything you need to look, smell, and feel great without breaking the bank. Every product is made with naturally derived ingredients and no harsh chemicals, so you're not putting any junk on your body. Also, they smell great. The scents are designed for guys. Think manly and outdoorsy, sandalwood, cedarwood, coconut vanilla, and even new ones like mountain air. Best part, they're affordable. You don't need to drop $15 on body wash or deodorant when you could get something incredible for under $10 with Everyman Jack. This is the first men's personal care brand you don't have to compromise on. Price, scent, or quality. Shop Everyman Jack body wash and deodorant at Walmart, Target, Amazon, and everymanjack.com.
I just had to break the news to 7 very hungry young boys that they will have to starve this Thursday.
Are you postponing it?
I mean, if Connor's too busy, so.
Oh my God! So you have now. Not only did you postpone yours until the very last day of your month, you're now hurting them this month.
Yeah, and typical Cody, first to respond. This used to mean something, he says.
Who?
Cody, yeah. Cody, man.
This WrestleMania preview segment presented by WWE 2K25. WWE 2K25 now available on Steam, Xbox One, X and S, and PlayStation, bringing you the all-new mode, The Island, plus underground matches, intergender battles, and new game-changing updates. Featuring the all-new mode, The Island, available exclusively on Xbox One, X and S, and PS5. We are less than 2 weeks. How did you guys enjoy Cody? It seems like the interview went over well. Everybody loves Cody.
I thought he was the fucking man.
Cody was fantastic.
Have you texted him, Connor?
No, I have not texted Cody Rhodes.
Did you get his number?
I did not get Cody Rhodes' number.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah.
Well, he's in the main event against John Cena, of course, in a couple of weeks, and I think it's April 19th and 20th. This WrestleMania preview brought to you by WWE 2K25, which is available now. All right. I know that, Mark, you went and saw the Minecraft movie yesterday. How was it?
We were going to, and then we didn't. We drank beers on the Riverwalk instead. So that was good.
TJ, you can talk to me?
TJ's here. Yeah.
Hey.
How was the antique shop?
I could have spent all day in there. It was awesome. Like it wasn't. There was all sorts of antiques, not just sports, but they had like random stuff, like street signs. They had a parking meter you could buy. They had a bunch of Life magazines from like every year, old Sports Illustrateds. I'm probably going to go back in a little bit. I could have spent hours and hours and hours in there.
I want to say this. San Antonio rules as a Final Four city, and we don't have enough Final Fours here. And I know it's in the rotation, and it doesn't get forgotten about. Like the NCAA is aware of San Antonio, but for some reason, I think it needs to be more frequent. We need to come here more often. It's a perfect city for a Final Four. The weather's been all over the place, but generally it's not bad. It's good. You get good weather. It's all walkable. The Riverwalk is like a little touristy, whatever, but I don't mind it. I'm a tourist. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can walk to the stadium. The people are friendly. I fucking love it here, and it's been 7 years since they had the Final Four here, and it was a long time before that. Before the last, I don't know. There's too long of gaps. We need to come to San Antonio a little more often.
What's the rotation? Is it let's see, Indy, Atlanta, New Orleans,
Indy, Detroit, Vegas, Indy. I think.
Okay, all right.
Indy's the only one that gets like supreme status, where it's like at least every 5 years, if not more, it goes to Indy. Which I think Indy's an awesome hub city as well. But
is Indiana a state that loves basketball?
In 49 states, Brandon.
Yeah, I guess
49
that's right.
states. Before we go,
yeah,
one last Waffle preview, because this is the last time we're all going to talk in a pre-Waffle world.
Yeah.
I just want to hammer it home. I want everybody watching at home to kind of have an understanding. So when they're watching the game tonight, we know what we're dealing with. Scoof, Eggo waffles? What are we going with?
Why are you
Personally, I would prefer Eggo waffles.
Why are you shaking your head vigorously, Blutman?
They ain't Eggos.
Well, you're not the waffle committee.
We're all a part of this waffle world.
We'll figure it out.
Are you making the waffles, Blutman?
I can't do that. But they will not be Eggos.
Well,
That's for certain.
Well,
if you can't do it, why are you anointing yourself as the waffle king?
We're all part of the waffle world.
But you're making waffle decisions.
Where's Cody, by the way? I want to talk about his tarred and feathered thing quickly.
Cody, get in here.
Cody, get in here.
You're really gonna make him hang out with Mincy?
Hey,
Ebo.
Mincy was called. Ebo was called Mincy Feathered. That's funny.
Cody's got 30 seconds. If he doesn't come in, I'm shutting down the show.
Okay.
All right.
I'm shutting down the studio.
Personally, I love Eggo. I would love to get Eggo for the waffles, but if not, then
Ebo, you want to go grab Cody? There he is. Okay. Come on in. I guarantee you the mic by the OJ Memorial bench is not on, but you can try it. And it is on. Okay. Hello, Cody.
Hey, Cody.
I will relay Mark Titus' question to you.
Cody, can you hear me?
He cannot.
Oh.
No headphones.
Cody, it's good to see you. Well, you can't hear me.
Cody, it's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
I'm just kidding. I can't see you. I'm still looking at Connor like I have been all show.
Can you do sign language for this? Can you do the sign language?
Give him a pair of headphones.
Cody, you are on the hook to getting tarred and feathered tonight.
Yes.
Thoughts? Are you prepared?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm in the same boat as Connor. He wants to call me out and call me a piece of shit. We're in the same boat.
I'm not calling you a piece of shit. I'm calling you an idiot.
You're an idiot too, then, because we're in the same boat. I'm a little nervous, yeah. Duke, I thought was the only hope, and now we have Houston, which not so high on.
Well, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I feel like Connor got in the boat when it was advertised as like the biggest cruise liner in the world and everything, and Cody got on the boat when the iceberg was in the.
There were also two different times that I had to do it though, because I had to pick a top 4 team. Your stipulation was a lot worse.
Yeah, but you could have picked any top 4 team, and you picked the team that just won the SEC tournament
and was hot.
Can't hear Titus.
You picked the team that won the SEC.
You picked the team that won the
SEC
SEC
tournament. Does he not have
tournament.
headphones?
So did he.
Give him headphones.
Lucas is just
sitting there.
What the fuck?
You're wearing headphones too, Ebo.
Yeah, but I'm over here.
There we go.
Oh, hey, Mark.
He's wearing headphones now.
He's got
I
headphones.
can't hear Mark.
Cody, you picked them after they just won the SEC tournament. This was Selection Sunday when Florida was like the hottest team in the country.
Yeah.
And you said if a puppy's gonna piss, let the big dog piss on the porch.
You wanted the clip.
Or whatever.
I had to pick a top 4 team.
You wanted the clip. You wanted to be a legend in the clip, and you didn't think about
That's
what
not
you're gonna
true.
have to do.
You
to
saw
pay it
me
off.
sinking, and you were like,
All right.
"Oh, that looks fun."
Brandon.
More important
Brandon,
question. Okay.
Brandon.
Yeah.
We will wrap this up, but I need you to we obviously can't tar and feather Cody. We can't put like hot tar on his body. That'll fucking permanently scar his back.
Yeah.
But we have to do something. There has to be the payoff. Like, what should we do?
The tar will be chocolate sauce, and the feathers will be feathers.
Okay, there it is. Do you accept those terms, Cody?
I accept.
Okay.
You have to douse yourself in chocolate sauce.
The only hang up for me is going to Florida is that's a little unrealistic, I feel like.
That's
going to Florida?
There's planes that leave here every day going to Florida.
What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, if you guys can
I could have you headed to Florida at 2:00.
All right. Chocolate sauce and feathers.
All right, chocolate
Locked
sauce and
in.
feathers on Florida's campus if
All
Florida
right.
wins.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. By the way, Mark, real quick, one word prediction: Houston or Florida?
Houston.
I agree, actually. So,
Houston.
Although I want the waffles, but I just like Houston. I like Kelvin Sampson to get his. All right, thanks. We'll have Mark and Zoom again tomorrow. Otherwise, that's the show.
That's how ball's done.